J Moore, the very best reviews. Tell them none can contest, we gon'
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the show. Appreciate everybody for coming through. I'm here to talk about Barry, my boy Barry. The show is over. Series finale. My first reaction for the series finale. Another fire episode. Barry was a smash hit as a show, and if you haven't heard or seen Barry, it's a great thing to binge watch. It's only 30-minute episodes, and I mean, not only is it entertaining, funny, it has the action. I mean, it turned out to be a surprise hit. I highly recommend it. I'm gonna get into this episode, as well as I will give my MOORESCORE for this episode, as well as for the series. And another series that's another sleeper hit that I really enjoy on HBO that's coming up is The Righteous Gemstones. So if you haven't seen The Righteous Gemstones or heard of that, you might want to check that out. Now, the one thing with Barry, and I did do a review for it once, I believe last season or the season before, and not a lot of people really watched or really gravitated to the reviews, so I kind of didn't do it anymore. Same with Succession, another show that I enjoy and like to talk about, and when I did the reviews for that, it didn't seem that maybe my audience was really watching that show or gravitating to it. And Succession had the series finale tonight also. Excellent series finale. Man, what a move how things turned out with that show. So yeah, but that's the thing. Yeah, if you do watch some videos from people that you enjoy watching their content, and say, for example, I know with myself, I'm looking to see, how much people are interested or, interact or view. So if it's not a lot of views, but it is a lot of engagement, people commenting and things, then I may continue to make those type of videos. So if you are watching, comment, at least say hey, or glad you watch it, or a good show about whatever it is we talking about, to let us know, hey, that we're not wasting our time, or at least that's how I feel. So the more engagement or views or something, then I'll keep going. Whereas if it's, not as much, then I'll figure, hey, people ain't really feeling it. So anyway, what's up, Dame Kenny? Appreciate you for coming through. Definitely J1's in the building. So Barry, for those that may not know, I'll do a quick recap. And the reason I say it's a surprise hit is because the star of the show is Bill Hader, who is from Saturday Night Live. And a lot of people may not be familiar with him, especially as the lead, which he has not really been the lead actor on really anything, whether it be movies or I see I'm having some technical difficulties over here on the internet as well. Hold on, let me try to free up some things. I see it's a difference from when I did something last time versus now. So let me see if I can free up some of this bandwidth. But back to Barry while I'm doing that. So a lot of people weren't familiar with Bill Hader, and so having him as the star, let alone a comedy, is not necessarily a comedy, it's got action, whereas most people are more familiar with him as a comedic actor. Now, when he does do this show and the comedy, of course, he nails it because he is pretty funny, but the action was actually surprisingly good. Now Barry is supposed to be a former Army Ranger turned hitman, and he's working with another person, his handler named Fuchs, and his handler has been part of his life for most of his life because Fuchs knew his father. And so Barry, without his father in his life, Fuchs was somewhat of a father figure to him. He also manipulated him, had him doing hits and things when, you know, it's supposed to be like your son or whatever the case, but you have him doing hits for money. Nevertheless, they end up falling out throughout the course of these seasons, and both of them feelings were hurt at different points. It turns out Fuchs was upset more than Barry. A lot of things happen. I'm summing up a lot of things happen in this season. Another character, one of my favorite characters, NoHo Hank. Hey, this is NoHo Hank. How is it, Hank? Okay, well, we have to go in. We're gonna make a hit for Body. Okay, so he ended up befriending NoHo Hank, who really looked up to Barry. It's a long story, so I'm trying to give those who haven't seen it a little bit of interest so that you will go see it without spoiling it. And so NoHo Hank, I love that character. When you see him, he's the bald guy, completely bald everywhere. Anyway, long story short, without filling in too much of the gaps and spoiling it, for those who didn't see, Barry ends up in jail. He had a girlfriend and then gets out of jail or lives on the run, and then things get dicey because Fuchs is upset. They end up, you know, coming ahead with the three of them, and you know, it's really good. If you haven't seen it, you definitely should go check it out. And now I'm about to break down a little bit more of this finale. So if you haven't seen it, I'm about to break down the finale. So you might not want to hear too much of this. All right. Now, Louisiana boy James, you say Fuchs was the real villain of Barry. You think so? I don't know. The Raven. The Raven is a special breed, and he feeds and kills when it's needed. I know you've heard this before, but it's different when you see it, right? Fuchs, man, I love Fuchs. I think that he did an excellent job. The actor, which I've been a fan of his, Stephen Root, ever since he was in Crocodile Dundee, and you know, Mick almost sliced off that thingy thing at the urinal. You all right there, buddy? Anyway, he's been a very good character actor, Stephen Root, who played Fuchs, and I think that I don't think that Fuchs was the villain, actually. And as we saw at the end, Fuchs saved Barry's son. He didn't try to use him to manipulate him and things. He actually wasn't about to go over there, but when he saw he had Barry's son, he was like, hold up, I'm on the way. So I think that he didn't like that Hank had Barry's son and Sally, especially Barry's son. I think that touched the nerve. Remember, Fuchs been there with Barry since Barry was about that age. Remember, they showed that scene when they were standing in like the desert or the dirt or whatever, and Fuchs was talking with Barry's father, and Barry was about that age, and he was like, oh yeah, you like to play with soldiers, play Army? And me and your dad played Army. So I think that kind of touched the nerve with him a little bit and made him not want to probably hurt Barry. And then he wanted revenge on Barry. I don't think he was the bad guy though, because I think he had a legitimate reason a little bit on being hurt by Barry. But then again, he took it too far when he tried to show where Janice was and set him up. He was acting like a bitch straight up because Barry didn't want to do it no more. But then again, when he was left on the line and then he didn't got tortured and different things, that's different. Anyway, the ending was dope. Adam Ruff, you say that the last season sucked. The last episode was awful. You think this episode, I mean, the series is over. So, I mean, it's not like it's a spinoff. I know we get spoiled lately in life with a lot of shows having spinoffs and things. But for the most part, most shows don't have a spinoff. So, they could do something with his son if they wanted. Now, we did see, I think this finale was kind of dope, messed up in a way. I mean, we see Fuchs has lived, which I didn't think Fuchs was going to live. NoHo Hank dead. Damn, he died holding Cristobal hand right between them legs. I want to die in the legs. I want to die in the leg. Cristobal, let me hold your hand. I didn't mean to do it. It was the enemies. It wasn't me. Okay, Cristobal. I like the ball with the crystal. Damn, man. I didn't think Hank was going to die. I really didn't think Hank was going to die. And damn, they popped Hank. I knew as soon as Sally told Barry that he should turn himself in, they should have got up and left right then. As soon as he went to sleep, I'm like, she gonna leave. Or she gonna call the cops. He gonna wake up and they gonna put him in handcuffs. And then what I didn't understand is, why would he go to Cousineau's of all places, thinking that that's where she would go? Yeah, she talked to him, but why would she go there? And then he's sitting there steadily talking to him. Now, we all know Barry ain't got it all. So, I mean, you know. But because Sally put that bug in his ear about turning himself in, and now Cousineau's lawyer, because Cousineau was about to kill himself. Like, if he'd came an hour later, Cousineau would have been dead. But instead, he came right on time for him to hear him speak and in return, kill him. And sometimes it's just, it happens like that in life. You was either a little too late, a little too early. And just like that, man, something could happen. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. In this situation, that wasn't good. He should have came an hour later because, you know, it was over. And I get it. She did say she talked to him and she went to him for help, Captain Waffles. But, I mean, why? Like I say, he don't have it all. And that's like the first place he went. So I don't know why and then he could see they weren't there after so long. So he spent too much time there, in my opinion. And, but again, Barry doesn't have it all. So it is what it is. But yeah, that I wonder, see, we didn't get to see her reaction to him being killed. I wonder how she felt knowing that he was dead. But what was interesting and what I did like is that she wrote a movie about her life. She didn't change the names none. But you can see how a lot of that stuff got twisted. They had Cousineau looking like the mob father up in there. He came in there and he's like, you need to leave, Barry. When he came in and they had old boy that he's like, yeah, the classmate, the first guy that he killed, he's like, yeah, the classmate was killed. Next thing you know, the Janice was in there. He like, I'll help you with this case if you go out to dinner with me. Next thing you know, she was getting too close. He had her killed. He like, Barry, you're a soldier. Follow orders. You need to help me with this. I'm not going to be able to do that, Kusino. That's going to be a mistake. You're going to... Man, that was tight, though, how it was all twisted around and stuff. And you could see the whole show pretty much kind of right, but twisted around. And it makes you wonder sometimes about some stories. You know what I mean? Because you could be watching it and, you know, Barry's the only one that knew all the pieces. Sally didn't even know all the pieces. She didn't know what the hell happened with the first guy that got killed or with the money that Kusino had. Kusino didn't know none of that stuff either. You know, and then it showed at the end, Barry was buried at Arlington National Cemetery. And he wasn't, and he got what, honorable discharged? Whereas Kusino is serving life in prison for the murders of Janice and Barry. Damn. He messed up too, because he was just saying he was about to turn himself in. Him killing Barry was worse. I don't know why he would have did that, because then they could have easily said, you killed your partner, so he didn't speak. Or you killed the guy that you manipulated so that he couldn't tell the truth about what happened. You know, it was no way that it would make him look good killing Barry, especially when Barry was unarmed. If Barry had the gun on him, then that would have been crazy. Speaking of gun on him, how dope was the scene when he went into the Walmart type place, was like guns, walked out with like 2-3 AR-15 handguns, all this. They just got you. You could just walk out in Texas. You could just go in and just buy all the guns. You didn't even need no ID. I mean, what? He could just walk out with all of that? Damn, Texas. Are they in Texas, right? Where were they? That is crazy. Crazy. So, you know, he came out, then he tried to get in the car with all that shit on his back. He couldn't even get in there with all the damn rifles and guns all around him and stuff. You could hear it all crunching. I'm surprised nothing fired when he sat in with all them damn rifles and stuff on his back. He walked through the store with that, which made me think about, you know, the young man that got shot in the aisle of Walmart while looking at a toy gun, and he was shot by police, and he was the gun was for sale. He didn't do anything wrong, but Barry walked through with all the real guns like he going to war. So, you know, but anyway, it's a show. Young Slim, what's good, my brother? What up? What up? So, you know, but Barry, man, damn. He came through. I thought that was about to go down with the 2 ARs, handguns, little mini guns on the side. And what happened? Hank and the Ravens crew wiped each other out arguing about this damn deal. He trying to get Hank to admit that he killed Cristobal. I'm not going to say that. I think Cristobal was killed by our enemy. I didn't do it. I don't have to kill Cristobal. Cristobal is the love of my life. I didn't do it. You know, I don't want to admit that. He said, new deal. Admit that you killed Cristobal, and you got to pretend to be somebody else in order to make it. If you admit that, I'll leave right now. You know what? No deal. No deal. No deal. No, Hank. No deal. I don't do it. Nope. I know you, Raven. You fly, Raven. But I don't care. I know I do it for Barry. I don't do it for crystal balls. I like those crystal balls. Yes, it was the love of my life. I don't do it. Oh man, NoHo Hank. Each crew wiped each other out. The only survivor was the Raven. Jumping on top of baby Barry Jr. saved his life. John. Now, I thought Sally was shot the way she was. John. Sounding like Terminator 2 over here, Sarah Connor. John. She looked like she could barely see or something. She ain't see him walking out the door with Fuchs. So, anyway, let's see if I can get this damn internet a little better. Is the internet? It look like it's better now. Okay. Let me see. One thing. Double test this thing. Anyway, yeah, man. So overall, I enjoyed this episode. I mean, this show, it ain't doing much better. This show, I take it for what it is. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be humorous, although, you know, they do have some serious elements to it. A lot of that stuff is kind of over the top. And so I take it as that. That's how it's presented. It's not supposed to be presented as accurate or street or, you know, taken serious all the time, which, you know, that's cool. It's like, it's not like The Naked Gun, so to speak. It's not that silly. But it has some aspects sort of like that. They don't really spoof anything, and they aren't goofy like them. But the humorous things that they do, I enjoy, you know, and I like how they present this. What's up, Ernie Oatwinkle? How you feeling? What's good? What's good? So, you know, overall, this show, Barry, was definitely a good show to watch. If you haven't seen it, it's definitely worth the binge. With the 30 to 40-minute episodes, it'll fly by in no time. You know, so we're gonna watch a season in just a few hours. So anyway, I was surprised that Gene Cousineau was about to go to jail, that they had him hemmed up the way they did so fast. All it took was knowing that he had that money. They even showed how his son flipped on him, talking about, my dad bought my house with drug money and I found out that's why he shot me. Like, damn. I don't know, man. I don't see why he would have even wanted to say something like that, because what, you gonna lose your house? So I don't know why he even would agree to that one, even if them feds was telling him that was the case. I still wouldn't have agreed on that one. Anyway, it didn't look too good, man, and it's tripped out how everything went down. Very dead. Got shot in the head. Damn, executed. No hang, dead. Shot in the heart, damn near. We got Fuchs lives. Wow. Sally and the kid live. Cousineau, jail for life. Damn. Crazy how it all turned out, man. And Barry was good for 8 years on the run. Had to come back. Cousineau had to do this damn movie thing. And what's tripped out is if Barry would have never came back, well, yeah, if he would have never came back, all this stuff would have happened with Cousineau anyway, with the money, and they was about to put him in jail. They never even had to leave. It would have took care of itself. But it didn't. She ended up helping to make the movie and rewrote the story, made him look like a hero. Got him buried at Arlington National Cemetery. Told Cousineau, I ain't gonna do it. Cousineau executed him for it. Damn, they made Cousineau look like a mobster. Damn, man. That's messed up. So, all right, I'm about to go ahead and give it my rating for this episode. And then I'll do a rating for the show overall. All right, the MOORESCORE is my rating system that I use, patent pending. 4 simple categories, 25 points each, and that'll give you a total of 100. You got visuals and cinematography is the first category, and with that, I would give this episode, the way that they shoot it, I like the way it looks. It looks like a hand camera kind of following around a little bit. It looks kind of personal. I like how they show the different angles of like when they were watching the movie at the end and show the son watching how it was presented or different things. So overall, I enjoy the way that this show looks. They use top-notch cameras and all of that. So I would give this for this episode, I would give it a 22 out of 25. Storyline and plot, although I am sad Barry is dead, that is sad, man. I like Barry, man, and he was trying to turn over a new leaf. He just need to kill Cousineau and then he'd be done. But overall, I like the story. Sorry that Barry died and some other people, but hey, the good guy doesn't always win in the end, and we've seen plenty of our black leads in movies and TV shows die in the end. So hey, I'll give it a 23 out of 25. And then also, what do we have? Special effects, makeup, costumes. Not a lot of special effects, although it was cool seeing everybody get shot up. We did see them get blown up. He threw the grenade, blew them up. We did see old boy creeping around the floor with his leg missing. So let me rewind that. It was some nice special effects blended in subtly, but they did a great job. And that dude's leg was missing and it was bleeding and dripping. So overall, I would give this, for this type of show, special effect, makeup, costumes. We also got to include the guns, weapon. I give it a 23 out of 25. And lastly, I would give entertaining and fun factor. I thought this was good. I was watching it. I was glued to the TV. Hank died. I said, no, not Hank. Don't kill him, my Hank. No more Hanky Panky. So I will give this, out of a 25, I'm going to give this episode a 23. I'm going to give it a 23, man. It was really good. It wasn't the greatest, but it was close. I'd give it a 2 away. I give it a 2 away from one of the most entertaining episodes of TV. I mean, you know, I don't know how entertained the person can be, but if you're making me laugh and yell at the TV, and you know I'm still watching and glued to it, can't stop watching, that's about as much as I'm gonna do. I ain't gonna go lick the TV or jump up and down and roll on the floor or something. So I mean, hey, that it did it for me. I enjoyed it. I give it a total of a 91 for this episode. MOORESCORE 91. And if y'all watched it, let me know what's your MOORESCORE for this episode. Now I'll do a MOORESCORE for the entire series. And with that, I'll just do it off, GP. So overall, this was a very good show. When I first saw that it was coming on and HBO was promoting it, I'm like, Bill Hader, and he's got his own show. And then I saw he wrote it, and then it said Barry. I'm like, Barry? What kind of show is called Barry? And then he's supposed to be some hit man, but it's kind of comedic and this and that. And I was thinking, I'll watch it, but I'm not sure what it's going to end up being. And man, am I pleasantly surprised. Barry was a hit. It's a hit to me. I won't say it's up there with like The Sopranos or something like that, but it is a good show. And overall, I would give Barry a 8.5, a solid 8.5, a 85 on the MOORESCORE. I mean, that's very good off the top of the head. 85 overall for a show, 8.5. That means that some episodes are a 9, some maybe a 8, give or take. But I think that this show is a home run. And off the top of the head, an 8.5 to a 9, I would say 8.5 to a 9. I really, really enjoyed this show. Good show. I think they did a great job, and I'd like to see something else from Bill Hader in the future, because he definitely won me with Barry. You all let me know what you think about Barry. I know this show wasn't one of the most popular shows out there on HBO, but I enjoyed it. And now that it's over, I did just want to say one more thing about it for those that did watch it, so they know what hey, Barry, I'm gonna have to shed a tear for you, my brother. You went out like a G. He said, oh wow, blah. He peeled off top of his head. His head was hanging off back and to the left like JFK. Back and to the left. Anyway, that Barry was good, man. I'm sad to see Hank and Barry both dead. Damn. Hank and Barry died and the Raven lived. Fuke you. Anyway, y'all let me know what you think. I'm up out of here. Barry, rest in peace. No, hey. And no, hey. You will not be forgetting, okay? Nobody forget about you, okay, hey? You want to go and help the baddie. You want to talk about the baddie, huh? You do for body. Huh? Hank, you like it to work with body? I don't do that. No, I didn't say that. No, we have to take him out. I don't want to take out the baddie. I don't want to do it. Anyway, who was y'all favorite character? Let me know in the comments. Deuces. I'm out of here. In the words of NoHo Hank, I'm sorry, I had to go. I didn't want to do it. Cristobal was the love of my life. I love it, Cristobal. Peace.